Hello everybody, Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching and Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channels. This is the 10/23/94 Wrestling Challenge Review Series and a basic match to be had by all here. Obviously, Wrestling Challenge in 1994, not the show that it is in 86, 87, and the like, but still a show that runs through the end of the midpoint of 19 and 95. Undertaker against Mike Bell here. Obviously, the Undertaker back with none other than Paul Bearer, and that continues to be a pairing that carries them forward a good bit here. Gorilla Monsoon and Ted DiBiase are your announcers here. Undertaker getting ready for Yokozuna and doing the Undertaker and Yokozuna casket match deal around the loop, and a pretty basic maneuver or series of them here. Then we go to the run that is the Undertaker against Mike Bell. Obviously, very basic punch kick and the diving clothesline, very basics along the way, and Undertaker obviously gets the tombstone Paul Bearer by the side of the Undertaker as it relates to going forward there. Not exactly going to be your match of the night or anything like that, but again, this is certainly your, I guess you'd say, C show at the time, with Raw being the A show, Superstars being the B show, and Challenge being the C show, kind of filling out contracts most likely. Anyway, as we go forward, we kind of are getting ready for the Survivor Series. Bret Hart still has not yet taken the decision to agree to the challenge from Bob Backlund, instead choosing to deny that challenge up to this point. But that changes obviously in time for right around this time, actually, plugging for the Survivor Series. And obviously then we go to Irs Interview. Irs says he's joined Money Incorporated and still kind of getting ready. Two things are certain: death and taxes. Kind of getting ready for the Undertaker feud, post the run with everything there, and also joining the $1 Million Corporation. Just a good way to use the IRS character. Keep in mind he's been around since 1991, which is a while. Heavenly Bodies with Jim Cornette against Gary Scott and Rich Myers. Gary Scott and Rich Myers are at least Rich Myers, who ends up being a Maryland and the southern U.S. style major force in terms of independence, never gets a national look entirety, but that isn't what he's here for. Anyway, Heavenly Bodies, Dr. Bomb by Tom Pritchard. Tom Pritchard, a guy I think who, if you watch his USWA stuff, you watch his Funky Mountain stuff, certainly never really got his complete due going forward, which is frustrating to me for sure. Anyway, Dr. Tom out there with Jimmy Del Rey. Still prefer the Heavenly Bodies with Stan Lane, but Lane doesn't last too long into this time of the deal. And then we see Jim Cornette on the outside cheering on his team. Smoking Guns and Heavenly Bodies are having a house show series, and they do a series of vignettes. Big front falling suplex, almost like the One Man Gang used to do, from Jimmy Del Rey at the time, and getting things going there. Bombs away, knee drop by Tom Pritchard, and away we go into the next in series of matches here. Lex Luger cuts an interview, but that's after Adam Bomb faces off against his opponent Bob Starr, Hollywood Bob Starr. Not exactly a good run there, as he gets run over by Adam Bomb. Adam Bomb makes quick work of him, body slams the pump handle slam and the victory. Adam Bomb also at this point throwing out Nerf style footballs, little mini ones for everybody's benefit. Lex Luger can basically cuts a USA promo at the time. Tatanka still feuding with Luger around the house shows. Tatanka, also a member of the Million Dollar Corporation, punch kick, and he's up here with Mike Maldonado. Gets rid of any doubt as he handles his man relatively quickly. Obviously, I'm still a member of the Million Dollar Corporation, which he remains through the dissolution of the Million Dollar Corporation. He hits the Samoan drop, gets the victory, and a 1-2-3 for Tatanka. I don't know, the Tatanka heel run was never inspiring to me as a fan. Anyway, we go forward into Jim Neidhart and Barry Hardy. Speaking of non-inspiring, Jim Neidhart at this time also not inspiring either. More brother versus brother, Brett versus Owen is going to happen on Raw. Meanwhile, Jim Neidhart barely holding on to a job with some very basic punch kick and Owen Hart on the outside. Neidhart also manages to hook in the camel clutch. They do the spot where the glasses, the Hitman glasses, are placed on the adversary. Then we go to 1-2-3 Kid and Chris Kanyon after we go back to the Superstars highlights with Bob Backlund putting the crossface chicken wing on his former mentor and manager Arnold Skolin. But Chris Kanyon takes a couple shots at the 1-2-3 Kid, gets a snap suplex on him, a la the Dynamite Kid. 1-2-3 Kid comes back with a couple of punches, kicks, martial arts style maneuvers, and gets a victory with a splash and a leg drop off the top. 1-2-3 Kid successful once again. We'll be back with more right after this.